What's happening, family? What the heck is up? I got my ashwagandha root tea, and we're here to party. One sec. One second. Sorry to delay the stream. I gotta grab my water. I forgot my water. All right. We are back. We got a new logo, a new background just for gaming. Yo, did you see the fights last night? I did. Wild. Absolutely wild. I was just talking to my roommate about it. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. That boy Adesanya beat the boogeyman. That's what my roommate said. He's nice. I just can't believe anyone knocked Ferreira's big ass out. Like, I did not think that man is just a giant. I did not expect him to get knocked out cold like that. Happy birthday, Eddie. We have the same one. No way, Papa Squads. What a coincidence. I share a birthday with one of the most consistent Twitch chatters. Well, shout out to the April 9th birthdays. My dad is April 7th. My uncle, April 5th. So we just were like bang, bang, bang. All back to back. That's really cool. Hey, Eddie. Hey, we got a lot of people in here right now for a gaming stream, huh? And now my game's glitching. And I can't move. Or do I have the controls wrong? That's right. Guys, I've been playing. So I need to tell you this as followers of the gaming stream. I remembered as a kid, the Final Fantasy games that I had were 7, of course. And then I had this one, 10. And then I had 12. But me and my brother never got into playing 12 because it was like just too complicated and over our heads. But I was like, I'm going to re-download 12 and try it. For one, I can't believe I owned that game growing up and never played it because it's amazing. But 2, it is the most like political game I've ever played. So I've been like addicted to that, and I've put in like too many hours now. And that'll definitely be the next one that we play through and give a Marxist analysis of. That kid needs to sit down now. He's definitely burning off a lot of energy. Can't even talk to him. I don't think. I got to remember the controls again because I'm so used to freaking number 12. And in number 12, you can control your own camera. I guess I can't go up there. There's a treasure up there, though. Especially when Izzy covered up like that. Yeah, someone got a picture. There was a picture of Adesanya before he threw the punch. And he's covered up like this, and you can see his eyes. Like he's pretending like he's hurt, and his eyes are on Pereira. And then wham! Boom, and then Pereira, his head like gets knocked, and then he comes back and is wham right on the back of the ear, and that's the one that put him out. It was like knocked him back, and then as Pereira's momentum like whipped him back to upright, is he going wham again behind the ear. I was like, oh! And then he hit him with like a super short left, almost like the one he knocked out Whitaker with, where like he basically just like 1-inch punch. Great event. Gilbert Burns versus Jorge was great to see too. Jorge's a huge anti-communist, anti-Cuban reactionary, so it was great to see him lose again. Plus, he beat one of my coaches. I don't know that you would call Ben Askren one of my coaches, but I definitely would root for him. He's a good guy. The last time we were here, this place got destroyed by sin. Ah! All right. I also have a guide open on my second screen. So the guide told me I was supposed to save that kid. So maybe I'll follow that guide a little more and get some extra crap. We'll see. So it looks like these guys are rebuilding where Sin took things out. Waka's waiting for you. Been affected by the toxin. What are you looking at? He's sinning. He's been affected by sin. Oh yeah, Miami crowd effing loves Trump. Absolutely. Yeah, the Miami Cubans helped Trump win, and they threatened to not vote for him because Trump was going to take the embargo off Cuba, or he was going to leave it off because Obama had loosened it. And Trump was planning to keep it off because he was running as this anti-interventionist, anti-war president. And then the Miami Cubans were like, yeah, we won't vote for you unless you starve Cuba because we're really mad that they took our slaves still. So Trump was like, okay. What a warrior for the socialist movement. Happy birthday, Eddie. I had a hot date last night and told her all about your stuff. She's also a leftist. That's sick, Cade. I'm very glad to hear it. I hope the date went well. I can't believe you brought me up on the first date. I can't condone that as like a good move. You know, I'm sure there's that wouldn't work on every girl, but if it worked for you, like that's, you know, congrats. I'm pretty impressed. You must be smooth. Gamers of the world unite. Yes. Not gonna lie, FF10-2 was my first ever Final Fantasy game. That's interesting. What's up, Tatiana? How are you? Oh yeah, stream. I'm not gonna get anything done in this game if I keep reading the chat. Got a lot of good chatters here today. Not always the case for the gaming stream, so it's good to see that we're getting these off the ground. Huh? I'm pumped about it anyways. Got a lot of ideas. Should probably buy some potions instead of just this, but might as well upgrade those we can upgrade, right? Gamers of the world unite. Definitely. You should stream Jack series, at least the second game, a classic game you can analyze. Huh, okay. I know the Jack series. I've never played it though. I get to that. Give me the loot. Hey, hands off my merchandise. Oh, it's hers. I was trying to steal her merchandise. Like, give me the loot. Hey, everybody. Hey, Where Pilgrim. Huddle up, boys. I'm surprised Final Fantasy X-2 is your first ever game. That's interesting. I've never actually played that one. I had it growing up. I never beat it. This is how spectator sports work within capitalism. They draw people and distract them, distract their attention, get them to root for a team, get them to enjoy that collective, that socialistic, that team bonding, that sense of team and sense of community and sense of being a part of something that you don't get within our economic system and political system, social system as a whole. They only let you get that by watching the NFL. One of my favorite professors was actually going to write a book. I don't know if he finished it ever, but one of the chapters in his book was going to be about spectator sports in neoliberal societies. spectator sports in capitalist societies, and basically that they play that role of giving people a sense of community and, you know, socialist ethic, and sense of belonging to a team, to a collective. And I assume there would be more to it than that, but I know there would be more to it than that because he's a brilliant guy. But it'd be interesting to read that chapter if you ever got around to it. She watches Hassan, so we had that in common. Awesome. Meeting again on Tuesday. Ooh, sounds like it went well, Cade. Nice. Get in there. Just kidding. You can bring her straight from Hassan to Tanky Twitch. Hassan's a good gateway drug to Midwestern Marks. My dad's birthday is also April 7th. We both liked your content. Sadly, he passed away on March 30th. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that, HW094. I'm sorry to hear that, but that touches me. Wow. That's crazy to think that someone enjoyed my content who passed away recently, or that you and your dad would bond over the content. That's sad. That's really cool that he liked it, though. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. Actually, on April 7th, which is my dad's birthday, so I guess our dads share a birthday. On April 7th, my cousin passed away in a climbing accident. And my mom made a big post about him today, like reliving when she told us about it. And I was like, I couldn't. It was like a trauma response, you know, when you remember something traumatic, and I just started like crying, just thinking about it. So yeah, not a very upbeat start to the stream. We're talking about some pretty somber topics right now, but it's part of life, you know. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, my dumb self at the time thought it was FFX, so I bought it and I was like, wait, this isn't the game, but I still enjoyed it. FF102 is still a good game. That probably happens a lot. It's like Hegel's philosophy of history and history of philosophy. People mix them up all the time. I have both copies because I bought the wrong one. Kimari Ranso. All right, let's run it. Which direction do we go? I don't know if we can beat that guy yet, can we? Probably. We can beat this guy. I think we have a boss fight coming up here. Hopefully we don't have to level grind at all. I don't think we will. Ooh. So Kimari's a blue mage. Blue mages in Final Fantasy take enemy skills. Now we learned Seed Cannon. Cool. You can learn some really good moves with that. This is one of those games I've beaten on like 100%. Or beaten like 100% of like all the ultimate weapons or whatever the heck you call them. Ooh, we have some sphere grids to spend. All right. How do we get to the menu again? Sorry, I gotta look up controls. Oops, that's not what I want. I'm so used to playing Final Fantasy 12. Talk, open menu, V. Okay. There we go. All right, Joseph Stalin. Where are we going here? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Oops, wrong button again. Okay, I at least figured out what I pressed. Figuring out the buttons here, folks. Bear with me. I move again. And we'll use the speed sphere. All right, so he just increased a lot. Let's do Waka. All right, increase mana. Nice. Cool. Lulu. Where are we going? This way. We can go all the way over here. Speed. All right. Almost done. Where do we want to go? This way. Power. All right, that's everyone. We did it. Should we save and then go beat that thing up? Let's do it. That's the move. Thank you, Eddie. Condolences for the loss of your cousin too. I mean, yours is definitely worse and more recent. Mine was like 8 years ago, but thank you. I appreciate that. Really sorry to hear about your father. We grieve and find reprieve together. That's right, needle in a sandbag. You ain't wrong about that. Humans are truly social and collective animals. We can't do anything on our own. That's why it hurts so bad when we lose people that we love. Holy cow, I gained a bunch of followers while I was messing with the sphere grid. Or gained a bunch of viewers, and then it went back down a little bit when I closed the sphere grid. I guess people like watching me power up. I don't know. That is when you get like the dopamine boost from art or the rush dopamine hits from RPGs. What did these guys say? I was talking and totally didn't listen to what the Crusaders said. 100 people lose to this thing? You guys must suck. I bet you I can beat it. My fave to level grind early was the Thunder Plains. Yeah, that is a good place to level grind. There's some crazy places to level grind in this game. And you can also increase your battle speed to like 8 times. So I'm just not doing it because I don't really feel the need. I feel like the game's pretty fast paced as it is. There will be parts where I speed it up for sure, for the sake of the stream, but like the sake of watchability. But for now, I feel like this is fine, and this allows me to talk. Never shut up. All right, let's try and hit this guy with the jump. It's not a great overdrive move, is it? We have to steal some more. So I used cheer at first to boost our defense and offense. I think that was a good idea. Now we gotta hit him with fire. Thunder Plains had to be a higher drop rate for certain items too. Definitely. It's like, I can't remember what item it is, but there's whatever you get there, it's like Thunderstone or whatever. They drop 1 million of them. What did I just do? Did I just hurt myself? Oh, well, we're crushing this thing. I'll just have to switch in a healer. Oh, Kimari's about to die. How do I switch out again? Yuna? Does Yuna know any white magic yet? Yes. Use an antidote on Kimari too. I think he's poisoned. Gotta pay a little bit of attention here. Yeah. There we go. Shout out to Pokemon. What's your favorite Final Fantasy? Oh, that's a tough question. What's your guys' favorites? Let me know in the chat. I'll go through my favorites. I love 6. 6 is just a masterpiece of a game. I really like 3 and 5 because of the job system. I just really like messing around with different jobs and different classes. So I enjoyed those for that reason. Poison off myself there. And the remakes of those are pretty decent. They're pretty old. I don't know if I'd ever play them on stream. I feel like they're too old to be entertaining to watch. I don't know. And then actually I want Lulu. Final Fantasy. So 6 is great. 7 has got to be one of my favorites. 7 is just amazing. That was like the first one I really played, like all the way through. And I remember getting like all the discs and having like 3 discs and being like, how is this game 3 whole discs? That's nuts. And it was nuts. It was a crazy story for the time. Very modern story compared to what they had been doing before too. Let's do a summon here. Get rid of this thing. So 7 is up there. I really, 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 really love 9. Number 9 is just a throwback, and like it's all the best things about Final Fantasy in one game. Really love 10. Obviously, 10 was the first one I chose to play. This is the one I know the best. This is the one I've beaten most recently. 10-2 is pretty good, but I think, and I know I just played it. I just started playing it for the first time, and I had it growing up and didn't actually play it. I was talking about this earlier on stream. Final Fantasy 12, I think, is my new favorite. I don't know if you guys have played Final Fantasy 12, but it is a political drama. Pretty much the whole plot is driven by politics, and it is just right up my alley, and I just freaking absolutely love it. Like, it has everything to do with politics. There's going to be so much to analyze. I already have like 2 full pages of notes for when I do the Final Fantasy 12 playthrough after I finish this one, about like different political things and different economic things, commentary, religious commentary, stuff like that in the game. It's whoever wrote it clearly knows their stuff when it comes to politics. Like, they follow politics in real life and they know some of the patterns, and they make commentary on a lot of interesting things. And to the point where it's like, for me as a Marxist, I'm like, was the person who made this a Marxist? I think it's just that they're probably politically intelligent. Maybe they're a Marxist, but it's basically like the empire takes over this like Middle Eastern-esque, like Mediterranean sort of town, and they have to fight for their self-determination and stuff. We'll be singing into the ground. Audio's a little low. I can turn it up. I have it on super low, so that would be why. I don't want it to be too loud. Just let me know how it is. Let me know more or less. Let me know what you prefer. Your wish is my streaming command. We beat the boss. We're going to make it all the way to the temple today, though. At least. Yeah, it's kind of low for me. Speed it up in the Calm Lands LMAO. I probably will. FFT, my fave is 10, 9, and 7. Yeah. 10, 9, and 7 are great. I think if I have to pick one, it would be 12. Oh, thanks. If I had to pick one, it'd be 12, but then probably 7 just for the nostalgia. 10 is up there though. I really like this game. This game is like simplistic. It's more simplistic than 12, like the battle system and stuff. Um, but in a good way. It's like simplistic to the point of perfection. It's like number 9 was like the active time battle system mastered, and this game is like the turn-based battle system mastered. I really like 12 as well. 12 is awesome. 12 is just different, but it's not different in a bad way. It's different in all the best ways. Wasn't FF7 the one that got a remake? Yeah, there's an FF7 remake that's like getting a whole bunch of critical acclaim. People seem to be loving it. I gotta upgrade my sphere grid. Um, so yeah, maybe I'll play through that one at some point too. We'll see how well the gaming streams continue to do. It's kind of all dependent on that. I think I need a accuracy sphere. I think I need a certain sphere to. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. What did I just do? Never mind. I'm so dumb. Did you know as a kid I didn't know how to use the sphere grid? I couldn't figure it out. I would just give up on anything that was hard. So like anything that was even remotely complicated, I'd be like, I can't figure it out. I'm just a stupid American. And that is why they don't port every Final Fantasy game into English. Because they're like, Americans are dumb. They're not going to get it. At least that's what they used to do. Until the games became super popular. What was it? I like FF10, FF10-2, and the FF13 series. Nice. Yeah, 10 and 10-2 are great. Some people only like 10 and 10-2. Like, those are the only ones they've played. Which are the first ones to have, like, real, like, modern graphics. I guess you could say. PS2 level graphics. I can't even believe 12-2 was a game on the PS2. Like, they had to compress a lot of the... magic increased by 2. Magic defense increased by 2. They had to compress a lot of the audio files to even get them in the game because it was so large. And I totally see why. I can't believe it was on PS2. I'm like, how did I have this game growing up and never played it? Like, this is such an expansive, like, masterpiece of the game. What game is this? Sorry, I'm like, well, I'm talking about Final Fantasy 12, but right now we're playing Final Fantasy 10. Thanks for joining us, RIP George Habaj. Appreciate you. Someday you should check out the opening cutscene from those Soviet campaign of Command and Conquer Red Alert. It's so hilariously anti-Stalin that you'll probably laugh out loud from the absurdity. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. That sounds like a good video for the regular stream, like a react video, What are these guys doing? Blocking the way? Oh, no, they let me through. Okay. Thanks, guys. I explore all the woods. Probably not a bad idea. I feel like the theme of most of Final Fantasy games has to do with standing up against religion and politics. Every one of them pretty much has like an anti-religious message to some degree. Pretty much. Not all of them are super political. A lot of them are more character driven, but there are politics in all of them. 12, I just couldn't believe how layered they were. It was like watching a Shakespeare play. Like, the politics are, like, every line of dialogue has so much to it. And like me, I'm like, having to pay attention to every word in order to keep up with the politics. And like, politics is what I do. Like, I have my bachelor's degree in politics. Who pays more attention to politics than me? And even I am like struggling to keep up with what's going on in the story. Not super struggling, but realizing how complex everything is. It just shows you how smart the people behind these games are. And like, every new Final Fantasy game is just a new effort for them to try and update it based on the hardware and the new console. Final Fantasy VI pushed the SNES to its absolute limit, and Final Fantasy 12 pushed the PS2 to its absolute limit. Final Fantasy 9 pushed the PS1 to its absolute limit. By the way, I changed my title down there. It says Final Fantasy Scientist instead of Midwestern Marx Political Scientist. I'm hilarious. My favorite is 10. 10 or 15 is a guilty pleasure, but I know if I rank it too high, I'll get trashed. So who cares? Everybody has their favorite, man. Some people think this game sucks. Some people think 10 is bad. Like, some people's favorite is 8, which is like the most polarizing game in the series. Like, it's total preference. I think 15 is good. Like, that's the one where they're like emo and they have phones, right? That's good. Nothing wrong with that one. Let's switch. How do I tell what level they are? Can you not? It would show you that. Well. I need to check out 12. 12 is so good. Have you played Tactics? Yeah, I've beaten it. I told you I'm quite the nerd when it comes to this stuff. I actually have Tactics on my phone right now. I was playing it a little the other day because it takes place in the same world as 12. So obviously, I'm interested in 12. Interested in that too. Switching Waka for this. He's good against them flyers. Try and get thunder from this thing. 15 was cool. I heard so. 12 sounds really interesting. Now I got to check it out. You do. It isn't interesting, and it's a different battle system, but I like it. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite battle systems. Did I steal thunder from him? Oh. Leave that one to Lou, but Lou's almost dead. So we got to use Blizzard, right? Is it fire, water, thunder, blizzard? Happy birthday. Thank you, Seller Dorp. Really appreciate that. Appreciate everyone for who's giving me a birthday wish today. 15 was cool, kind of empty, huh? Yeah. They made like a mobile version, you know, and it was like episodic, and I only watched a few of those or played like a few of the episodes or whatever, but they're good. Or no, I think I played it on my Switch. It was fun. Nothing wrong with it. I wanted to play the full game after playing on Switch. There's so much packed into all these games. Kind of crazy though that like when Final Fantasy 9 came out, it needed like 3 discs for the PlayStation 1, right? And then same with Final Fantasy 7. But then now they can get Final Fantasy 9 on a Switch, which is basically like a portable console. And they can get a lot of these like full feature Final Fantasy games on iOS. It's kind of crazy how technology has evolved, but Square's always pushing the limits, man. Gonna use Lancet on everything, steal everything. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I forgot how Lulu attacks. She sends the Moogle after him. It's funny. Over. I played the original Part 7 back in high school for 100 hours on the PS1. I believe it. Yeah, you can easily sink 100 hours into that game. I probably sunk more into that one. This one is like 30 if you speed run it. Which we're obviously not doing. And then you can spend like 100 hours if you want to get everything, which I pretty much did. All right, enough wandering around. Is there stuff back here? I knew there was going to be something back here. And it was the Blitz Ball for Waka that we just bought. Oh, well. We'll be able to sell it for almost nothing. Whatever. Boink. We could probably fast forward through these battles while we're in the forest, huh? The CNC thing reminds me of Civilization 6, the ideologies of communism and democracy instead of capitalism. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny when you have like civilization games and they have to be honest. You know, like they got to admit that capitalism leads to oligarchy and then people get mad. Like we were talking about yesterday or whenever we did the last gaming stream, there was a controversy because in some game, like communism was overpowered because it was the best economic system. It allowed you to plan rather than, just allowing capitalists to run your economy based on what makes them the most profit. So obviously in this like civilization development game, communism was the best for development. And the fans were mad. They were like, what the heck? Communism's too OP. It's like, it's just reality. Like, that quote from Che Guevara really never dies. Like, it's not my fault that reality is Marxist. That's what oops, did not mean to do that. That's what the game developer should have responded to the criticism with. Hey, it's not our fault reality is Marxist. What a world that would be if game developers actually responded like that. Give them potion. Antidote, don't need it. Does poison heal after you get out of battle? That's interesting. I like it. It's different than Pokemon, where poison is annoying as hell. Of Stalin. Stalin is upgrading using the 5-year plans. The bizarre noise. Doink, doink. We got here. We got silence attack. All right, now we can silence people's magic. And the power sphere. Woo, nice, good stuff. Oh, we're back here again. See, this is where like the speed up really is nice. When you're like just trying to explore an entire area. The only thing is you can end up level grinding too much on accident because you're going so fast. I think there's one more area I haven't checked. Oh, no, I already checked that. I'm stupid. No, I didn't go up here, though. Now we're just running through these things. Like it ain't a thing. Victoria 3. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Thank you. These are some Super Mario RPG-ass attacks. Are they? I like Super Mario RPG. This guy's dressed like a blitzball player or something. I think he is. This Lulu lady must really love belts. Dude, an insane amount of belts. So many belts. Oh, here we go. Cutscene time. Thank you for the happy birthday, George Habash. OMG, I forgot which space game it was. Oh, they're gonna race. Oh, Una won. Oh, she took off. Hey, what the hell, you guys? This goes and tackles her. Thank you for the happy birthday. OMG, I forgot which space game this was, but it was literally like a real-time economic strategy game, and Marxism just steamrolled the competition. Amazing. That is amazing. Crazy when programming, like they're simulating, these games are simulated versions of reality. They're, or they're simulations of worlds, and there are games that simulate. Why am I saving again? Economic planning, and that race didn't go as planned. And Marxism and socialism tend to dominate the economic planning simulators because they're more rational systems. Crazy. Plus the ending where you take out like 50 cops and it's a mostly happy ending. LIS2, I don't know what game that refers to. Wish this was sped up when I first played Final Fantasy X. No kidding, right? Like when I played through this whole game too my senior year in college, and then when I was doing the extra stuff is when I figured out that that you could speed it up. And I was like, "Oh, what the heck? I wish I would have known that." And like I wish they would always add this. I should attack on it, man. Should I attack the tentacles first? I feel like I should. I feel like that's gonna get this boy to open up. There we go. Oh no, not yet. Like the speeding up, and I love the game, and I don't want to like speed through it completely. It's just like at certain points in the game, 2 times speed is really nice. Especially when it's not like an active time battle system, right? It's literally just it's turn based, so you can take as much time as you want. It just speeds up their attacks. It's freaking awesome. Maybe I'll just keep this on, honestly. Oh gosh, I just gave him freaking health. Idiot. Fool. Now Lulu's almost dead. What did I do last time? Water? So I gotta do fire. Vulnerable to magic. Okay, good. There we go. Uh-oh, don't hit me again. Oh, geez. It came out of its shell. All right, let's get Yuna in here to hit us with some white magic. Not to be racist. We'll use black magic too, just so people know that I'm not being racist about the magic. There's also blue magic, green magic, and red magic, and time magic, and arcane magic, because Final Fantasy has the most complicated magic and combat systems ever, because they've been doing RPGs for the last 27 years. Fire again? Trojan Fire and Ice? That's just inappropriate. I don't know why I had to take it there. Do I have overdrive on? Let's use an antidote myself. Actually, yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. Screw it. I mean, I try not to say the F word on stream. It's hard when you're gaming. You're not thinking about it. Let's get Stalin in here. Oh, I should have used cheer. I'm stupid. Oh well. Too late now. We'll just beat this thing up. We're almost done with it anyways. The other thing you have to watch out for if you have your game speed way up is just hitting enter over and over and over again until you accidentally like over level yourself, or until you're not paying attention and you end up dying because you're not as over leveled as you think you are. That happens too. So there's a few tips if you try and play on 2 times speed like me. I know not many people can handle it. I'm pretty cool. I should probably just summon right now, but whatever. Oops, wrong button. I know you can go up to 4 times speed. I'm pretty sure you can go up to like 8 times speed too, which is crazy. Oh, we killed it. Woo! Yeah, just certain points. At certain points, it would have been helpful. Yeah, especially like, I don't know. This game doesn't have super expansive maps like Final Fantasy 12, which does. And in that game, the speed up is incredibly useful when you're backtracking. But this game, it's still nice. Thank you.
So, what are these sins for anyway? Fiends. They fall from sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and see who comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Ooh, we gonna be a guardian. The game I've been playing lately, The Outer Worlds, is the closest thing I've seen to a Western Fallout-style RPG. It just absolutely shreds late-stage capitalism. The writing is peak parody. Wow. I really want to play that. Sounds good. For those who don't know, right now, Noah and I are planning for the gaming channel when we get some more time to play Fallout. He said there's a Fallout game that like really criticizes late-stage capitalism. I mean, they all kind of do because it's like post-nuclear, but like, I guess this one's really good. So that is in the works. But if y'all have other suggestions for games to play with a lot of politics, like maybe we should play The Outer Worlds. Like that sounds pretty interesting. So just let us know what you'd like to see us do, and we'll make it happen, folks. This gaming channel is here for you. Because the capitalists use entertainment media, brainwash us so much. It's time we start putting some socialist entertainment media out there for people, some socialist streams, socialist gaming content. If people are going to watch gaming, like I'm going to watch gaming content and like fitness content, stuff like that, regardless, right? Like just regular fun aspects of life outside of politics. Like I'm going to watch internet content related to that stuff because it's fun and I live in the modern world. I'd rather have the person making that internet content be a Marxist, right? If I'm going to watch gaming streams anyways, I'd rather watch a Marxist. And if I'm going to watch MMA commentary, I'd rather watch a Marxist. That's why I had MMA accounts. I should probably make another MMA YouTube. Maybe we should just make like a Midwestern Marx entertainment studio. Maybe that's what I should make the Eddie Liger Games YouTube. Like, just like MMA, freaking movie reviews, fitness tips, health, nutrition, TV show reviews. Carlos has done some dude. Carlos is so good at reviewing movies and TV shows. Like Carlos is good at everything he does, and partially it's just because he puts so much time, energy, and effort into the things that he chooses to do for the website. But like some of my favorite content that he's done are his movie reviews. They're so good and they're so fun to watch. They are so fun to watch if it's a movie that you've already seen, especially. So I don't know. I think we should start pushing the entertainment stuff more. Imagine Lulu's Moogle kicking that elbow. That's hilarious. Xanarkand.
Maybe people sin against him don't die. Maybe sin carries up through time, like 1,000 years through time. And one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Maybe.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Massage tool.
One theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth.
Harsh Lulu.
Sin didn't take Chapu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore.
Ugh.
Your brother won't just hop back.
Jeez, Lulu.
And one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chapu's place.
Ooh, ouch towards Stalin.
Subject that. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Ouch. That was harsh, Lulu. But if you know
I could never be what Chapu was.
If you know the story, you know why she said that.
Well,
That's all I'll say.
it's not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it.
You right, Titus.
Whatever it
Stalin.
was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Yeah, there's more going on there than meets the eye. Those characters in Chapu. Walker reminds me of Max Holloway from the UFC. Someone's like, "F you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm coming for your head. I'm coming for blood." And then he's just like, "All right, man, it is what it is. We're gonna fight." Ha ha ha. He's like a Hawaiian guy. He's just like rolls with the punches and doesn't get real mad or real easily triggered. All right, I'm definitely gonna keep this on ×2 for a little bit because this is nice. Like, I kind of backtrack a lot, and I like to check and recheck areas, which can be annoying to watch. But if I speed it up, it'll be less annoying to watch, I think. I feel so many speed runs, normal runs feel slow by now, to be honest. That makes sense. New Vegas. Yeah. And like a lot of people watch YouTube videos on like 0.25 speed. Pray. The LA Lakers. I think these guys are supposed to be like the Lakers, like Kobe Bryant. Look at their colors.
It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up? This time we play to win.
I can't wait for you and JB to do a Marxist analysis of Mario Kart. Yes. I need to do some gaming streams with JB. I love that man so much. Definitely need to do some streams with that guy. And some gaming streams, just chilling.
But Subject was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Ject. Even 10 years after he left, just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him.
Nah. Screw that guy. Marxist film analysis channel is legit huge potential. I agree. And I like doing the movie analyses too. I just don't think it's like what I'm best at. I think Carlos is really good at it. So maybe I'll push for him to do some more of those and we can do them together. See what these crusty ass priests have to say. We better keep the kids in the village away from these guys. Sorry. Shouldn't be making those jokes. Catholic Church joke. Kilika Temple is the temple of fire. Even the cloister of trials is engulfed in flames. Those who disobey the precepts and to enter unsanctioned may forfeit their lives. They're running too fast. I might have to slow it down. Just want to run around and play at the beach. Me too, man. Me too. Monks give us lots of sweets if we study hard. I knew it. We should keep the kids away from the monks. I called it. They're giving the kids sweets. We all know what that means. Sorry, Catholic Church joke. All right, I'm opening up the Cloister of Trials. Cloister of Trials guide walkthrough here on the left on my extra monitor. In case I need guidance from Yevon. Praise be to Yevon. Get Waka praying for victory. Should I pray with him? Nah. I refuse to be religious while my name is Joseph Stalin. I know Waka would like it, but can't do it, Waka. Sorry. Oh, not these guys. These guys are so weird. It's another summoner.
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid. Donna. So, you're High Summoner Brass's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to.
This guy's definitely on gear.
My.
He does steroids.
All these people are your guardians.
You gonna...
Why? Quality over quantity, my dear.
This guy's got 2 guardians. His 2 biceps, thunder and lightning.
I have need of only one guardian. Right, Bartello?
Bartello definitely smashes. That's what I always thought about them.
I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter.
Ooh, eat it, Donna.
Of course,
So
I would
good.
never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
That was like as close as you get to a clapback from Yuna. Hey, comrades. Hey, Pashiko1, how are you? 2 streams in one day. Killing it today, huh? Lulu's got a sharp tongue. She does. She goes ham.
Someone she can trust with her life. Did you feel that way about me?
She did just meet you, but she loves you, so.
What's she smiling about?
She loves you. She wants to jump you. She just wants to be like, "Blah, blah, blah," just like Donna and Bartello, who'll be smashing on the low. The closest thing I found on YouTube is a queer Marxist analysis of the Barbie movies. I mean, that's pretty cool, though. Is like the Barbie movies with the dancing dog meme from TikTok. You know what I'm talking about? I had one of those go viral. It was like Marx and Engels discovering that all the hitherto history of, or the history of all hitherto existing societies is the history of class struggle. It was like the 2 dogs dancing in a factory.
Faith.
But first, the cloister of trials.
Praise be to Yevon.
Waka, ready. Strength, everyone.
I don't even have my LEDs on.
Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet. We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
What? You're gonna leave me? You guys suck.
Sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
I envy the walkability in games like these and the architecture and the fashion. Those aesthetics go off. I know. I used like this is gonna sound weird and nerdy, but like the one thing I would make me mad about Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, it's like I wish I could actually look like this or dress like this or live in these worlds because they're so cool. Like I know people make fun of the spiky hair aesthetic and the belts and the chains, but they're cool. They look sick. It's like perfect for Final Fantasy steampunk type world.
Hey, wait!
What the hell, Bartello?
Go! Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Adios.
This is bad. Really bad.
This is definitely not ideal, Titus. This is what we call not ideal. It's not going to. You're stuck down here. And I'm going to reopen that guide. So you'll be okay, Eddie. You can do this. The worlds are cool. They are cool. Yeah, the dancing dogs came from the Barbie movie. I remember seeing yours on TikTok. You'd always get that haircut, LMAO. I probably could. I'm growing out my hair super long for the world team or the US Open coming up. I'm growing out my hair and this as much as I can, but I only got like 2 weeks left, so I don't know if it's gonna come in as fully as I want it. Step on the shining panel on the floor. Okay. That. Use this. As well go inside.
You're no guardian.
Pretty much I.
Well, I guess it's too late now.
We'd be fighting like guardians. I mean, like, we should get to go into the cloister of trials or the trial of cloisters. Cloister the Pokemon. Step on the shining panel on the floor. It's our first here. I might need your guidance. comrade Lesso whoever. Yeah, Les Cassowaries. Sorry, I had to adjust my screen so I could see the chat again. Hopefully, I won't need your guidance this time, though. The Outer Worlds is the show Firefly with the explorations of anarchism, reformism, immigrant labor, lumpen proletariat, drug-addled marauders, Hollywood elite, black marketplace, all in a corporate-owned colony. That'd be really interesting to check out. It actually sounds pretty similar to, I mean, Fallout, but also Final Fantasy 12, just because of the level of political intrigue is really great, really high. And I freaking love the show Firefly, dude. The fact that the show Firefly got canceled is a tragedy. I know a million nerds have said that before me, but it's true. That show is amazing. I've watched every episode of Firefly like 10 times. I'm not gonna lie, I love Titus's get up and Rico's Final Fantasy 2 outfit. They look weird but cool at the same time, right? That's what Final Fantasy's about, you know. Same with like Cloud even. It's been 2 years and he still won't find a more stable platform for his camera. Seriously, it's been 2 years. Yeah. Well, you're still watching. Just kidding. I know, dude. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to buy? Like a freaking desk that like nails into the ground? Like, I'm moving in a month. I've got another desk here that I put my mouse on. Like, usually I use the mouse and it only shakes when I type. But like, to play this game, I have to like put my hands on my laptop. Next time, I'll put. I could put my webcam camera over there. Should I try that? I'll do it later. I don't care enough right now. But that is something I should improve about the stream, low key. I should get it so the camera's not shaking. Mr. Beast says improve one thing every stream, and that's actually really good advice. Take the Kilika sphere and insert it into the pedestal. Push the pedestal onto the shining panel. That's what I take here. I push this thing. I'm actually going to turn the high speed off for this. No, I can't push this, huh? I just got to grab it? Okay. Not very well lit in here. I need to turn my brightness up or something. Well, there we go. That works, I guess. All right, cloister. What do I do now? Take it out? Yes. Made it. Made it. Hey, let me try and turn my brightness up a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty low. Oh, wow. That's way better. It's almost like too bright now. I can see everything. Once I had that pretty low. Insert the Kilika sphere into the pedestal. Let's do it. There's already a sphere in here. I'm going to put it in here. Ooh, a glyph. I think a glyph appears no matter what you do. Should probably take this one, huh? Looks like a new world now, LOL. It really does. It was way too dark before. It's so hard for me as a dumb person to talk and do these puzzles at the same time. As a dumb, it's difficult for me. Take the Kilika sphere in the recess in the first room. Go back to the structure. I don't... Dude, I might have the wrong walkthrough here. What is this? Oh, I had started it at the wrong spot. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I got messed up trying to adjust it so I could see it and also see the chat. Take the Kilika sphere from the pedestal on the left, the door, and it will burn down. Take the sphere and go back through into the next room, into the Kilika sphere and the slot on the northern wall. A glyph will appear. Take the kiss and enter into the recess on either side. Okay. Gosh dang it, I freaking messed up my screen again. Okay. So this one actually doesn't matter right now. Like this. I kind of just revealed that I'm using a guide, which like cheating, but y'all are here to listen to me talk about Marxism anyways. It's not like I'm good at these games compared to other people on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever. Oh, I got to examine the glyph on the wall. Where's this bad boy go? I guess I could have just left it in there, huh? Ooh, fire. Killing sphere. Alright. Lift sphere. What will you do for me? Oh, shoot. Not ready yet. I have to take this sphere. Bear with me, folks. We believe in Socialist Joe Rogan. Thank you, Needle in a Sandbag. You should believe in a Socialist Joe... Oh, that reset stuff. The Socialist Joe Rogan will... Or the... Oh, look, it took the pedestal over there for me. Socialist Hassan Piker, the tanky Hassan Piker, I should say, will guide you through. FF12 is the best one. Infrared, best Western commie. FF12 is absolutely the best one. We were talking about that earlier. I was rambling about FF12 and how much I love it and how I'm addicted to it right now. I can't stop playing it. So good. Hit the glyph sphere and insert it in the routine. Glyph sphere. Give me this. This. Give me this. Give it to me now. Boom. Open up the secret door to a destruction sphere. Yeah, I already did that. Do this. Take it. Put it in here. Wonder where I push this now. Or do I push it into the hashing thing? Yes, I probably do, huh? Nowhere else. I don't know where else I would push this. Did I freaking stuck? Dang it! I think it's stuck. I push it too far. I always gotta push it too far. Back. Dang it. I should just reset it. This is so annoying. Come on, push. Oh my gosh. Setting it. Hopefully the sphere is still in there. Okay, thank God. I think this is the way I push it. Am I wrong? Yeah, I just beat 12 on my deck. Comfiest experience yet. Dude, it's so fun. On your what do you mean by deck? Like a stream, like a Steam deck? You have one of those things? Those things seem sweet. Those things seem like the highest advancement of production in video games. Just kidding, but kind of. Freaking push. This is so frustrating and annoying. Please push it. Gotta push it forward a little bit too. Gosh, this is some tedious stuff, ain't it, folks? Maybe I should fast forward just myself doing the puzzles. Gosh dang it. Dude. What if I'm not even pushing it the right way? Go. Boom. Go down here. Can take this Kilika sphere. This reminds me of like some Pokemon music or something, like in Lavender Town when you're like finding the Marowak or the dead Cubone or whatever in like the original Pokemon. Y'all are really gonna see how much of a nerd I truly am while we play through these games. I had a long-term illness as a kid. I was home a lot. I was just watching wrestling DVDs and playing Final Fantasy and Pokemon, I guess. Boom, look at that. We got the secret. Well, I'm sorry. This is too funny. What, me like struggling to push the pedestal? Yeah. I've always struggled with that. A bit of an idiot. All right, red armlet. I wonder if anyone can equip that right now. That does a lot. Looks like they already equip. Oh, here's my equipment. Can you optimize? Not. Here we go. Does anyone else need anything? Looks like everyone's good now. All right. We need another Kilika sphere from over here. Over hither. Hey Eddie, did you see Peter Coffin shit talking Midwestern Marx for talking to VJ Prashad because he took Goldman Sachs money for something? Dude is weird. Yeah, that dude's weird. Hey Damon. Good to see ya. Glad that you found our new Midwestern Marx or Eddie Liger gaming channel. It's weird. Usually I see more YouTube chatters than Twitch chatters, but now I'm seeing more Twitch than YouTube because we've been doing this on Twitch for longer. But one sec. Yeah, that dude is weird. He they're like trying to nitpick and that him and that Marxian dialogues guy, they keep trying to nitpick old Midwestern Marx articles to lie about our positions. We've said we're against degrowth so many times, all of us. All of the major people in Midwestern Marx, we've written articles against degrowth. We've done we've been openly against degrowth for years since our inception. And we published one article about degrowth with degrowth in the title. And the same way that Samira Khan did one time, this Marxian Dialogues guy takes that article and says, look, Midwestern Marx supports degrowth. No, we don't. And if we as an educational outlet, outlets like Consortium News and journalistic outlets do this all the time. They'll say, here's an article that we don't necessarily agree with, right? So you can understand that side of the argument at least. Right. And then we published 10 other articles against degrowth. And I don't even know what that article was specifically. I can't remember. But even if we published one pro degrowth article, we have 10 others attacking it. And nobody attached to our project and the core of our project believes in that stuff. But they want to be like, VJ, takes money from Goldman Sachs, so he's a sellout. Just like Karl Marx, who took money from Engels, and took money from Engels' dad, who owned a factory. But the fact that they're freaking taking things out of context to make it seem like we believe stuff we don't makes me think that they're feds, or they're just not honest actors, or they're clout chasers, which is what I think Peter Coffin is. So yeah, and if anyone asks my opinion on it, clip this part of the stream and send it to Peter Coffin and tell him when anybody pays attention to what he says and when he's halfway relevant, I'll give a shit about his half-baked critiques, or if his critiques are actually substantive and it's not him trying to claim that we believe some shit we don't actually believe. Smells like wreckers. Pete was a full-blown bread tube ContraPoints guy for years. Yeah, exactly. Right, he just got shunned by that ContraPoints community, so he started hating them, or the bread tube community, and started trying to side with Moppin and the MLs. The reason that we tend to align more with people like that is because we actually have similar politics to other Marxist-Leninists, and with a lot of the Marxist-Leninists in that ML sphere online and on Twitter and stuff. Not that I like to get super wrapped up in the online clickiness of it, but, we associate with the people we do because they have similar principles to us. So I feel like Peter just associated with other people who BreadTube hates. And he's has no principles as an actual ML. Nothing that guy's ever said is I've never even seen him make a tweet where I'm like, oh, that was spot on. Peter nailed it. It's almost always something where I'm like, that's kind of stupid. I mean, that's kind of an unfair critique. I'm kind of just shitting on him now, but I've never had to pay attention to him before, and now he's directly coming at us. I'm like, this is what I think of him, honestly. Yeah. So that's that.
Donna and that big musclehead man.
You know we'll be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Excommunicated. Man, I'm pumped that I set my goal to make it through this temple today. And that's exactly what we did. Imari ain't letting us get close. It's like, boom. He just palm striked us in the chest. Waka's pissed at us. Bro, chill. Oh, never mind. I can't click on him. What's I clicking on? Definitely smells like wreckers, Damon. I couldn't agree more. Thanks, Les Cassowaries, for throwing the emotes in the chat. What do you think of anarchism? I'm not a fan at all. Individualistic, liberal in certain ways, idealist. I'm a dialectical materialist and a Marxist. There's good anarchist analysis from like Chomsky. Sorry, they're explaining summons right now. You get a summon every time you beat a cloister of trials. And they're aeons, they're like gods. Stalin has a really good book called Marxism. Is it Marxism or Anarchism, or Marxism versus Anarchism? And then On Authority is another really good debunk of anarchism by Engels that's like a page long. I can't wait. Mari, would you stop slapping me? A lot of these types of people just seem to be disingenuous. Samira even flipped her opinion on Cuba after they passed a new family code. I know. And it's like, how do you not realize that you're just being the mirror of wokeism? Right? They like... One sec.
It was proof that Spira and Xanarchy were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home.
Everything is connected. Dialectics.
But the words wouldn't come.
Yeah, and it, like, so what do we hate about wokeism? Right? The fact that people will be like, China doesn't have good enough LGBTQ rights. Therefore, I'm against China and against socialism or whatever. They say stuff like that, right? It's woke imperialism. So how is it not the exact same thing to say I support Cuba? Oh, never mind. They took a social policy I don't like. They legalized, gay marriage. And now I don't like them. Now I'm against Cuba. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're allowing culture wars to distract you from the class struggle and the construction of socialism and democracy, because the democratic process in this country went against your culture war battles. It's the mirror of wokeism. It's the exact same thing. Like Samira is doing the exact same thing she criticizes the culture warrior people of, because she's not actually criticizing the culture warriors from a Marxist perspective. Right? She's fighting the culture war. She is a culture warrior. She engages in that. It's just the mirror side of it, which is what Hans Georg Muller talks about in his follow-up to his analysis of wokeism called The Mirror of Wokeism, where he talks about Jordan Peterson essentially being a mirror of these woke imperialist figures. That's what Samira falls into all the time. Not that she doesn't say a lot of stuff I agree with, and even cultural stuff I agree with. I know she's into MMA and stuff. She's kind of an interesting figure, but I mean, the stuff with Cuba was absolutely moronic. And the fact that she can't see it, that she's putting culture war above class, it just shows the lack of theory there, the lack of principles, and the lack of understanding of dialectical and historical materialism, to be honest with you. Clip your position on degrowth should make it extremely easy to share. Thank you, Needle in a Sandbag. Really, really appreciate that. That's one of my favorite things. It does make it so easy to share. When you guys make clips for me, it makes it so easy to do the editing process. Yeah, a lot of those people seem to be disingenuous. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of them are just freaking... There's probably some people who are legitimate, like plants, or funded by NGOs if they're big enough, but then there's people who are just like looking for a social group, and like leftism and Marxism is a social group for them. Like when I first got into leftism, I was thinking about this today, or first got into Marxism, and I was doing the thing on TikTok and kind of blowing up, right? And I didn't know that there were so many records on the left. I didn't know that there were so many pieces of poop. Like I didn't even understand why Lenin spent so much of his time criticizing the left and talking about, left-wing communism as an infantile disorder. I didn't get it until I spent more time on the left. And then I realized, the need for critique there and how much nonsense there is. But I was just trying to be friends with everyone who's a leftist. And then that got me to the point where people were calling me racist and anti-Muslim and anti-Chinese people because I was saying that the U.S. narratives about Uyghur Muslims is BS, is wrong, which I was 100% right. Everything I said was right, and the tweets that I was making about it were blowing up. But this community of TikTok leftists kept canceling me to the point where the people canceling me were demanding that others Venmo them money for their emotional labor, in the process of canceling me. And what got me really canceled was someone kept saying, like, you're white, privileged, male, cishet male. You can't be saying this about the Uyghur Muslims because you're white and cishet and a male. And they just kept throwing identity things at me. And I said, can you just treat me like a person? Can you just treat me like a person for a second? Talk to me, because they wouldn't engage with what I was saying, and it was driving me crazy. Right? They were just like kept falling back to identity politics. I'm like, just listen to what I'm saying. Treat me like a person. Then they screen capped the DMs and then shared those DMs and said Eddie Lagersmith doesn't believe in, white privilege and he's a white chauvinist. And then the whole TikTok leftist community turned on me. And I was like, okay, there's something very, very wrong with the American left. I get something very, very wrong here. And what that was it was just a lot of like really vindictive, mean people and, a lot of like 18-year-old, 19-year-old girls and boys who were insecure and, looking for something to do and spending too much time online, who basically just kind of fell into socialism and leftism. And they were mad that I had infiltrated their friend group. They were mad I had infiltrated their space. I'm like, isn't the point of the left to bring more people to the left so that we can have a revolution and change the world or change society for the better? But it wasn't about that for them. It was their social group. And I learned that pretty quick. Did you expect a rant about the modern left on your gaming stream today? That's what a lot of this is about. Get yourself a copy of this book, folks. It's an important book. It's all the lessons Carlos, Noah, and I have learned over the last 2-3 years of doing this stuff, all distilled into a genius, concise, theoretical analysis. This is the left-wing communism and infantile disorder of our era. Bold statement.
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, until I was just about ready to burst.
I'm going to tweet that the purity fetish and the crisis of Western Marxism is the infantile disorder of our time. It's a provocative tweet.
Scream real loud.
Ah! That's not even the goofiest scene in this whole thing. Where am I right now? Are we back in the woods? I guess I was gonna end it after the temple, but I guess we'll go to the next save sphere. Maybe that'll mean a cutscene. I don't know. The whole you're a straight white male, so your voice doesn't matter needs to go. I mean, yeah, people just need to engage with each other on the substance. Like the way to say it is the idea that who you are or the color of your skin is what determines the validity of your ideas and not your ideas themselves. That is a deeply reactionary position. And, the assumptions of that position are the same assumptions of white supremacist positions. The idea that skin color matters more than the actual substance of what you're saying, who you are, what you're about, which is, identity politics is another form of that. And it doesn't have the history of violence and, dominating political systems or being utilized by political systems that white supremacy has in America and the West. But it's the same sort of trick. The purity fetish and the crisis of Western Marxism is the left-wing communism and infantile disorder of our time. And tweet. And retweet it with the Midwestern Marx account. Y'all are seeing the magic happen, like, you know, live. This is what it is, baby. This is this is how we educate the masses. I just think of something and then I like madly tweet, regardless of what I'm doing. And then people get mad and some people like it, and ultimately our following grows. Sometimes 2 steps forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But you're gonna have that. That's dialectics, the give and the take. All right, y'all. We made it through what I wanted to make it through today. Made it through the temple at Kilika, an hour and a half. That's the longest I've made one of these gaming streams. Honestly, I could keep going right now. This is a lot of fun. Love hanging out with y'all. I'm just going to end it here for the sake of being able to upload this as a one-click, quick and easy clip to the gaming channel. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Next time we'll be back and we'll take on more of this game, another chunk. We're only like 5-10% of the way through. So yeah, can't wait for it. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying the gaming streams. Let me know in the comments if there's things that could be improved. Obviously, I'm not a huge consumer of gaming streams. This isn't what I normally do. I normally just talk politics. Me and High Road is the goofiest scene. Oh, that's where it is. Gotcha. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a goofy scene. Thanks for the stream and hanging out on your B-Day. Yeah, thanks y'all for hanging out with me on my B-Day. Nothing I'd rather do than this. Much love. Oh, hey, Were Pilgrim. For your birthday, I also clipped out your position on wokeism and its mirror without mentioning Samira. You're the man, needle in a sandbag. I love it. What a beautiful birthday gift. Appreciate it. What's up, bro? Do you play games, but do you watch esports? Not too much. Not too much. A little bit. I mean, I don't like follow it, though. I watch too much sports to watch internet sports or gaming sports. But I had mad respect for the people who do it. All right, solidarity, everyone. We'll see you on the next stream when we take on Luca.